This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of September 2nd, 2019. We are all honorary Virgos now, and even worse, Virgos with a vengeance. Incredibly productive energy drives us forward all week. In fact, for most of the month. And it's a time when we can really get a lot of stuff done and feel good about it and be efficient and, in this strange, enjoy it. And it's a situation of not tackling something huge and attempting to do it all at once, but instead approaching everything in life in increments. What can I do now? What can I do now? What can I do now? And bit by bit by bit, tidying up your world, moving forward on things that are important, and feeling saner and calmer as a result, no matter what is going on out in the world. And we're not doing this alone, nor are we having arguments with ourselves and probably not with people. Motivation is searing into us as the week starts. We get incredibly clear about what we want to do, how we go about things. There may be communications that kick us into motion. And at the same time, we have a desire. We have lots of desires, and they're burgeoning and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. This is a week of working on relationships, of tiny steps, making incredible miracles happen, and resulting in uncommon stability, knowing where the walls are, knowing where the ground is beneath our feet, knowing what we need and want, committing to ourselves, possibly committing to something else outside of ourselves that is extraordinarily important to us. We could be seeing the results of how we've been grappling with the relentless demands that we deal with the past, the relentless cleanup urges, restructuring urges, how we deal with the noxious fumes that have bubbled to the surface from deep within our beings, coming out through places that have cracked open since April. In how many instances have you found yourself confronting or being confronted by an issue, a thought, a fear, something that you had no idea was A, still floating around inside of you, or B, ever floating around inside of you? We have been releasing programming and systems and structures and goals that we just soaked up, that we got through our bloodlines, that we got through our cultural indoctrination. We're coming to grips with huge forces this week. Perhaps the genesis of some of those little monsters that have come up. Perhaps great power. Perhaps the realization of our own deepest obsessive desires, primal impulses. The weekend especially has several influences that are going to streamline what we value, refocus our priorities, possibly bring a triangulation situation into the light and require that something be done about it. And if your back is against the wall very suddenly and someone says, make a choice, you won't continue to sit on the fence. You will make a choice. There may be extremely candid, brutally honest, therapeutically honest relationship contacts, conversations, realizations. It's all profoundly healing. Even if you get news that you don't like in the instant, there is a great probability of emptying out something, of purging and moving into a newer or a refined, revised situation that is much easier. We're running marathons. We're measuring 15,000 times before cutting. We're taking one baby step after one baby step. And as early as Sunday, we'll be seeing, wow, we're really getting somewhere. A couple of cool things you can do to play with this. Astro-alchemy, it's always great to clean out your environment. When influences like this are at play, a feng shui expert that I know has a little game of throwing 9 things out a day. It's easy. It can be 9 pieces of paper, but do this, and after a while, you'll actually almost get giddy, almost intoxicated by what you're freeing up. You don't have to clean your entire kitchen at once. Tackle a tiny bit of one counter, clean out one drawer, look at one part of the pantry, and do this throughout your house. Do this throughout your life. This week has enormously productive energy. It also has amazing manifestation potential. We are reorganizing and clearing out and tidying up and moving forward on all kinds of situations that are now on a different platform, on a reshaped foundation, because of all of the work and all of the changes that we've been undergoing since the beginning of the year. We're also in the final build-up to the 3rd Jupiter-Neptune square of the year, and 2 inner planets are locking into that cosmic fog machine this week. Venus, the goddess of love, and Mercury, who rules what goes in and out of our minds and mouths and how we get around. We're not going to be quiet. We'll be reaching out to people. Hate that phrase, but it fits. We'll have lots of socializing, lots of communicating, lots of saying, this is what I want, lots of thinking, here, this is what I want. And most importantly, engage in magical thinking. I've been talking about this Jupiter-Neptune square as wish upon a star energy. Play the Abraham Hicks game of wouldn't it be fun if, like crazy this week. While you're taking a toothbrush to the tile in your bathroom, allow yourself to think, wow, wouldn't it be fun if, and imagine, envision the most outrageously expansive, fun, beneficial experience of all aspects of your life. Dream ridiculously big. This is the time to do it. This week, next week, the week after, but this week particularly. Envision what you want to experience energetically in your closest relationships. You're going to be sending out an energy signal that you will then compare to everything you've got going on in your life, and it will make it really easy to see where the needs improvement areas are and where the Goldilocks just right areas are. Homing thought of the week. How can this be bigger and better? Song of the week, an oldie, Taking Care of Business by Bachman Turner Overdrive. And the image of the week is a potter putting a lump of clay on a wheel and changing its shape, making it taller and wider and bigger and taller and wider and just changing until it stabilizes into the shape that the potter wants. You'll find more about all this in my forecasts for the month of September and also last month's Virgo new moon, which is definitely coloring what we're going through, at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. You'll also find bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm deeply grateful to the patrons who are supporting my work there. You'll find me on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited and the Astro-Insight Lounge, on Instagram at @KABiehl, and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian Channel. Talk to you next week.